Welcome everyone. Today we're going to do a little bit of a different reading. I've definitely done them before. One of my favorites, and it is a past life reading. I put a poll out on YouTube asking what type of reading you guys would like to see me do next, and I think I gave you 5 choices, and the majority rules. So the first one was all signs, love and life, and I just did that one yesterday. You know, I thought it was fantastic, and I did it differently. That's why it's longer. I'll link it at the end of this video because it's for all signs. And this is also for all signs. And then the second one that you guys wanted was past lives, past loves, past lessons. So we're looking at our past life, and then we're connecting it to our current life. So I'm going to do it much like I did yesterday's reading for those who tuned in. So we'll use 3 different decks. We're going to use Past Life Tarot. We're going to use, this will be for past life, and then we're going to use the Psychic Tarot for our current life, and then we will connect and clarify with the Gilded Tarot. Okay, so we're going to do two different sides. We'll start with previous life, moving into this life, and what I'm looking for are the synchronicities. This is the type of reading where you really want to just trust your intuition, because, you know, listen, a lot of us don't know what we did in a past life, but we feel like certain things feel very familiar or what have you. Probably because you've been there before, you've done that before. So what I'm looking for is any loves that would also be in this lifetime, and any lessons, you know, and let's just see what it was all about. So let's get into it. All right, I'm going to give them a couple shuffles. I just really want to shuffle them up because I haven't used them in a probably about 2 months. They just feel cold, so I'm going to warm them up. Okay, and one more. Perfect. Alright, let's give them a cut. And we are going to read from the top of the deck. That's why I gave it such a good shuffle. And like I said, there's going to be 2 parts to this reading, so it's going to be, you know, somewhat of a long reading. You know, I feel like if you're going to watch the beginning, try to commit to the whole thing, or at least skip ahead. Like if you're, let's say you cut it off at the 22 mark, skip ahead and watch the ending. You know what I mean? At least give yourself that. Like, watch the ending. And sometimes I feel like when you do that, it's like then you feel pulled to go back to where you left off, and then you understand the whole journey. Just my advice, but you do it however you like. Alright guys, let's just calm our minds. Take a couple deep breaths. I don't know why I feel like I'm warming my hands up in front of a fire. Let's begin. Alright, we have Native American. Native American. I'm going to lid down. We have karmic relationship. Alright, so that means there was a karmic partner. Did we clear that karma or didn't we? Maybe, maybe not. We'll keep going. Biblical. unrequited, now I'm not going to be able to say the word, not quieted love. You know what I'm saying. So funny, when I mess a word up, that's it. Interesting. And then karmic relationship kind of makes sense. Trees. You know, there is a religion, I can't think of it off the top of my head, and I probably just heard this like in passing, where they worshipped the trees. You know, when I think of trees, I think of wisdom. I think of something that's been standing there, you know, for a long time. We have spirituality and religion. Interesting, because it's coming under biblical. And I get this feeling that we have two different people here. Like, let's just say, I just feel like two different type of people. I feel like it's interesting because I'm looking at the karmic relationship, and I have trees under it, and I'm looking at it. I feel like what it's talking about, because I feel like one of these two certainly must have given more. I feel like it's almost like I connected with someone, and I'm not sure what side like I'm on yet, but I connected with someone, and I feel like, you know, one thought it was, you know, just for fun. Like, really, I feel like I'm almost surprised that you would think otherwise. Like I thought this was just for fun, and then I feel like, and then I or the other one fell in love. Like, but then I fell in love, but I fell in love. And, you know, I kind of wish I didn't, but I didn't. And I feel like, it's almost like I feel like I knew better, but I did it anyway. Not just that, I feel like, you know, let's just say, like, we could be from different tribes. But I almost feel like the white man and the Indian, you know, like that type of thing. Like, because over here I'm feeling more of a, like, one is like more of a spiritual nature, like, you know, a free, how do I want to say this, free will type of person. And I feel like, and the other is probably religious, or let's just put it this way, had a very religious upbringing surrounding, and maybe even like in that field, so to speak. You know, and I feel like it's very clear, like, who I can bring in and who I cannot. You know what I mean? Like, who I can marry and who I cannot. It's very clear. Like, it doesn't even have to be said. But I feel like it happens anyway. It happens anyway. So I feel like one part of me accidentally fell in love with someone. The other one, I feel like, is probably more had the religious, it's almost like I had this religious upbringing. So when I was out and about, I was much more free-willed, and you know, I feel like would be like the life of the party type of person. But that is not their upbringing. All right. So I feel like I'm getting an understanding of a relationship. This is on the bottom of the deck. Imprisonment. Oh my God. Imprisonment. Why can't I speak? Imprisonment. I'm still wrong. Or slavery. What is wrong with my mouth? So, something against my will. You could even talk about, like, if two people were caught together, it would bring the possibility of, like, being imprisoned. You know, I feel like this person, it's like, I feel like, you know, I feel like it's a guy. And I feel like I'm like, you know, like, yeah, I really liked her a lot. You know, I just liked her a lot, but I thought we were just having fun. I didn't know that, you know, she was expecting, you know, commitment or what have you. I thought this was just for fun. You know, and then I feel like, you know, if I dug deeper, he would say she had to know, you know, based on my background, on my upbringing, that it couldn't happen. Almost like when this person, like, leaves where he's at, his family, I feel like he's mixed. I feel like I live with my family, like, maybe till I get married. But I feel like when I go out, it's like a completely different atmosphere. And I don't feel like these two really connect. And that's why I go over here, if that makes sense. You know, I definitely feel like we have different upbringings, and I do feel like we have different beliefs. Alright, well, let's go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot, or not the Gilded Tarot, the Psychic Tarot, and just look at the present. See what's going on, and then let's go deeper. Deeper if we dare. These cards don't pop very well against the color of the desk. I just realized that. Even for me, I have like a glare on them. Alright, same thing. We have interesting, temptation, interesting. First of all, it's a card of Capricorn. It is called the Devil. I like it better as temptation because that's what it talks of. That's really what it speaks of. You know, and I guess the lesson within temptation is, you know, I gotta know what I'm getting myself into. You know, doesn't mean you can't get into it. Maybe you want to take a ride on the dark side. And I don't mean that like as a devil, that type of energy, but you know, maybe like but in the same time I feel like you know there's consequences to those actions. So anyways, I find it very interesting, temptation, because I feel like that's what one of these two felt. You know, almost like this person was so alluring that I couldn't help but fall. I knew better. But I did anyway. And it's interesting because I feel like you must have held it, whoever I'm speaking to, I feel like, they held it to themselves. I feel like eventually, I don't know. Let's just say right now, I feel like it was like I held it to myself. I certainly didn't, I don't feel like I told my people. I don't feel like the other one told their people. Alright. Look at this. Oh my God. Memories of love. Memories of love. Which is mirrored by karmic relationship. First of all, I feel like I gotta say it like it is right now. Doesn't mean it won't change, but I feel like right now, I gotta know who I am tempted to. I gotta know who I'm giving my time to, and I gotta know, I feel like we gotta learn, because it's interesting. I feel like this person's like, hey, I really dug her, or I really liked her. But almost like it didn't matter who was going to be in front of them. They weren't, if they weren't of this person's upbringing, I just don't feel like, because I feel like it is this person's belief. But it doesn't mean I still don't want to break free and have fun. So anyway, I don't know. But I feel like just quickly, know who you're giving your time to. It's interesting that there's memories of love. Alright, let's keep going. We have sacrifice. Sacrifice. I feel like, for some reason, love feels like the sacrifice. I feel like I can even be just pulled to, I don't know, like the bad boy, the bad girl type of energy. And they don't even have to be like the bad girl, bad boy, but just the wrong, not your, not what's really truly right for you. And I feel like it's like this energy, almost like, I fell in love with this person, I want this person, has followed. I guess we can't help who we fall in love with, right? But it doesn't mean it's always going to be given back, and we have to know that. And I feel like this is more than that, though. This is like telling you, it's not like, I know it's personal, but it's not really about you, so to speak, because I feel like no matter who it would have been, however, I feel like you're still high on that list. It's just that you're different, and it's just what it is. Okay. Let's keep going. Look at this awareness. Well, I'm kind of happy to see it. It's right under temptation. Maybe right now you're gaining the awareness. Maybe it's right now that you're gaining it. But here it is. Mirrored by unrequited love. We have authority. Card of Aries. Coming under memories of love. It's interesting because right off the bat I get this feeling do I keep falling for the boss? Again, two energies that really cannot be together, right? It's almost like I sabotage myself by having a crush on like the boss, or the higher up, let's just say, and it's frowned upon for any type of relationship within a workplace, period. So again, there's that something in between. Now, I know that's not all of you. I feel like this may also speak of this person of the past. They may themselves have held a title. Who knows? Maybe they were in line to be the emperor. Interesting. Suffering in silence with sacrifice above it. This is one of those readings where it's not really easy to do, because I can feel like, why can't we just run away and get married? But it just would never happen, especially in the time period. Whatever the time period, we have different time periods. This could speak of, this could be something that's gone on, like, like karma has not been paid back. Like, I got to get it. I don't think it's in any way saying change who you are, right? It's just that, again, there's like such a difference, let's just say in upbringing, that it just feels impossible. So I wonder if it then followed us here. And again, maybe, I tend to go for those that in some way, somehow, listen, maybe married, something where there's something in between, like where it can't flow. That may be some type of protection, though. Also, that may be like spiritual protection. Like, we're not going to let you, because if I don't learn this lesson, then the karma continues. Once I get it, once I have the awareness, maybe that I am tempted to a certain type of energy, because I am trying to put this barrier in between, even though it's subconsciously. I feel like the awareness feels like a sacrifice, because that means, well, I guess what I think it means, or what I think you think it means, I don't know, it's just like, but really what it's talking about is when you are no longer focused on like resistant type relationships, then you're gonna find real relationships, or a real relationship, whatever it may be. It must be a relation. I'm feeling some of you probably came in with a 6 life path, or you might be having a 6 personal year. I'm seeing the 6 right there. Alright, what's on the bottom of this deck? Dang it. Conflict and defeat. 5. It's like, what breaks this curse? Change. Awareness. Understanding. Give yourself a woe. But then think about what that really means, right? Because, again, I feel like this, because I feel like we're looking at different timelines. It's speaking of maybe a repeat lesson, and that's what a karmic lesson's going to do. It's going to repeat until it's cleared. But listen, you're meant to learn something from it. That's what karmics are, right? I often feel like, there must have been a lifetime where, let's say someone's not loving me, no matter what, I can't get the love that I'm looking for. I have a feeling in a previous lifetime that means that I was someone who is not very giving with my love. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what karma is. It's like you're seeing the mirror of you. But I don't know. I think it's different for everyone, really. I feel like if I'm like in this Nine of Swords energy, which is really excess worry, its message is unnecessary worry. You know, it's based out of the Three of Swords energy. You know, the heartache and heartbreak. And again, I feel, I don't know, almost like I keep it to myself. I feel like this change or this awareness, I'm not going to say it's easy, because I don't think it is easy. And I mean like emotionally. Because it's an awareness about oneself. But I feel like at the same time, it's like breaking yourself out of prison. Right? Imprisonment. No, you're breaking yourself free. Okay, let's bring in the Guilty Trio. And let's connect them and then clarify. Knight of Cups on the bottom. Unexpected love. You know, it's interesting because I was just thinking to myself, I hope that something comes out that shows you, like, once you do have this awareness, once you have this understanding, and then what does that do? That allows you to make whatever necessary changes you need to make. Whether that's just a way of thinking, you know, like the Nine of Swords. You know what I mean? But it also gives you a sense of power. Because let's say there's some people jerking you around. Well, you know, with this type of awareness, you can see it clearly. You see your part, but you see them too. So anyways, I was thinking, like, I hope something comes out that shows them that, you know, real love is probably going to show. And something made me turn the deck around. There was a Knight of Cups, unexpected love. Okay, let's connect. Even though I feel like I get it, like I don't even need to connect them. I get it. We have the Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Interesting how I said, I feel like over here, you kept it to yourself. And I feel like over here, you kept it to yourself. And then the Queen of Swords comes out. Queen of Swords, forget the sign, is about communication. It's about the spoken word. Like, I can use that sword for, I don't know, what am I thinking, like, for good or bad. We have the Eight of Cups. I have to tell you, I feel like this is the perfect energy. Because this is leaving this emotional energy back in the past where it belongs. Eight of Cups to me is emotional clarity. And then what does an 8 represent? A new beginning. A new beginning. There's always a new beginning. I don't know, guys. I like that a lot. because I feel like, not that I'm all of a sudden like, hey, listen, maybe I'm writing books about it. Maybe I'm speaking about it. You know, maybe this is you in the future. But I feel like, you know, all these lifetimes, let's say, where I've been quiet or hushed, I feel like no longer. And I don't even feel like that defensively. But I do feel it proudly. Excuse me. We have the moon. Card of Pisces. Ruler of Cancer. You know, the moon, interesting, this person is in the Eight of Cups, right? Like, walking away from, what are they doing? You know, it's interesting. What did I do right before I did this reading? I planned on doing it earlier, and something made me just like, I'm like, you know what, I gotta clean the bedroom. I kept saying, I gotta clean the bedroom, because it's getting dusty, and, you know, and that bothers me. You know, like, anyway, so, I ended up doing, like, spring cleaning. I cleaned the bedroom, and I did, like, the office, and I did everything. I did the walls. I cleaned this, like, not cleaned them, but, like, you know, got any, like, cobwebs, all of that. Why am I telling you all that? I don't know. I just feel like maybe what I'm telling you that is, it's saying, like, getting through the cobwebs, cleaning the cobwebs out. You know, the moon feels like it's saying to the person in the Eight of Cups, as this person starts to move more towards joy again, yeah, it is uncertain, right? But remember, you're part in it, right? You're the seed planter. That's why it's important to be, you know, aware. It's important to be aware. Okay, well, I just messed this whole side up. Interesting. They don't want to go back together. We have the Page of Cups. Look at that. Well, you can't see it, but look at that. I couldn't even pick it up either. When I pushed it, what I saw was writer or writer. And I was like, oh. And then when I picked it up, it's a scribe or writer. And I know many of you do that. I know many of you are very capable of that. I already know that. But I feel like sometimes it gives you that confirmation. Page of Cups coming out first. I feel like it's speaking of your innocence. King, interesting. King of Pentacles. I'm saying interesting because I feel like this page feels innocent. And I don't know that I've ever said that about this page or any page, but I feel that. Like, I feel innocent. And then there's this King of Pentacles. But the King of Pentacles can be much like the Emperor can feel like they carry this almost bigger than life type of energy. And again, I may have been younger and they may have been older. You know, here I am as a page and here they are as a king. Of course, it could be the other way around for you. You know that. Look at that, the Lovers. Interesting. Card Gemini. It's a head over heart decision. The 8 of Swords coming over temptation. And another 8, an 8 of Pentacles, coming over memories of love. How interesting, because I feel like that's exactly what I felt. Like some of you, once you have that awareness, I feel like then you become this Queen of Swords, no matter what the sign. And I feel like with that Queen of Swords, is talking about me communicating. For some of you, it's like what you end up doing. You know, like maybe for a living. Maybe you're becoming the boss. You know, the 8 of Swords coming over temptation would make sense. Because that is a self-created prison. How interesting. It's a self-created prison. And over here we have imprisonment. Imprisonment. Self-created prison. Past life. Present life. But awareness coming under that. I mean, literally, it's like you're breaking yourself free. Like that lesson learned breaks you free. And then we move into the 8 of Pentacles, the coming over memories of love. So it's almost like I'm writing about it. I'm writing novels, you know, like, or maybe I'm even writing about what I feel is like a twin flame. Though I don't think this is talking about a twin flame. I could be wrong. Use your own intuition. Matter of fact, you know, we'll throw that out into the universe to make it more clear if it is. Okay. Whoa. But I have to say, I love the 8 of Pentacles over memories of love, because it's like this person is sitting at the desk, putting their head down, and I feel like whatever they're doing, and like if they're writing, it's just flowing. And it's flowing from loving energy. Happy memories. Or, listen, maybe you're creating them. Alright. 3 of Swords. You know, what was the sacrifice? Your heart. You know, and I hate to say that. I almost feel like even your innocence. We have the High Priestess. I'm going to come over here. We have the Death card. It's funny, I felt like I've been holding the Death card in my hand. Interesting. We have the Hangman. But the Hangman is really kind of sideways. Almost like I'm almost at the awareness state. Then we have the 5 of Wands. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Man, I feel like, honestly, for some of you, I feel like you have a certain type of awareness through this reading. And I do feel like it's setting you free. And I also feel like what it's doing, it's taking the power away from maybe those or someone that you gave it to. And it's putting it back in your court. You know, you got the ball now, put it to use. You know, that's what they're doing in the 8 of Pentacles. You know, and I feel like in the 8 of Pentacles, remember, because 8s are about a new beginning. But it's like Pentacles are all around that person. And I feel like, this reading may even like pique your interest. And next thing you know, like you sit down and you start writing, and I don't know. I do feel like what was sacrificed, and I do feel like it was your heart. And when I say your heart, I mean that you had to go through this difficult period. But you know what's good about it is once you have that awareness, it means it's over. It's over. The High Priest is coming over unrequited love. It's almost like my intuition, and I feel that. I feel like in a past life, like like I'm walking towards this king, and like I'm not paying attention to my intuition. I'm doing the opposite because it doesn't feel natural, yet I feel pulled. And maybe that's what temptation is over here in your current life. I may have given someone a name and thought, well, that was it. If they're not in every lifetime, then lifetime's not worth living. But maybe someone wasn't who you thought they were. I'm not even going to say that because I do feel like you're going to come to some type of an awareness within this reading, and I feel like it'll be different for different people. All right, let's go right in between. Oh, it's not too long. Look at that with the Chariot. That's beautiful. It's funny because you have Sacrifice here, which is the Strength card. Strength card is about fighting. It's about balancing those inner demons. Well, you have Temptation right over here, right? So it's learning to balance, something or type of person that I've been tempted towards. Maybe I told myself I don't deserve better. I don't know why. And I don't even know that matters, because I feel like, again, what am I holding? Chariot. It is doing exactly what Sacrifice asks of. And Chariot means that you found that balance, or it wouldn't have shown. Or that you will find it. And if I question, I don't know. Let's keep going. Card of Cancer, by the way. Look at that, like boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's take them in order. Hello, Queen of Pentacles. So we have the Queen and the King and the Lovers. Hello, Ten of Pentacles. The Magician. I don't even know where to go next. The Sun. Double Leo right here, by the way. You know what I love about the Sun is, listen, we had the Moon here, and by the way, some of you, listen, this could be about you being outside of someone's karmic relationship, like the connection you have as this person, it's like, why do they keep going for that bad person? Well, I feel like it's because of back here. Alright, anyway. 8 of Wands, fast-moving energy. What I love about the Sun is it means that, first of all, I feel like I'm back to my childlike energy. Sun is about illumination. 8 of Wands, what I think about, I bring about. It's fast-moving energy. Interesting too that above it is the 8 of Pentacles, so I feel like even in your Pentacles, it's like you're taking your experiences and you're doing something with them in this physical world that I feel like first of all it piques your interest, and then you just go from there. Maybe you haven't even begun yet, so don't say no, that's not me, because you don't know yet. First of all, the 8 of Swords, right? I can't be in the 8 of Pentacles if I'm in 8 of Swords. Here's a 10 of Pentacles too. Wow. Anyways, look at this. And then the World. The next chapter. The World. First and foremost, I feel like what I've done is taken, by having the realization myself that maybe I give my energy away to maybe not the right type of person. What I do by having that awareness is I take that power away from them and reclaim it for myself. And I feel like once you do that, everything starts moving. Like, things start changing. Pentacles, like, I feel like epiphanies. This person, I feel like, who's writing, I feel like they're just receiving epiphany after epiphany. It's just flowing. What I think about, I bring about. Great energy in the Eight of Pentacles, and it makes sense with the Ten of Pentacles over here. And the Magician, right in between the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. But the World. What I feel about the World chapter is I feel like it is usually who's ever in it is probably in it for the rest of my life. Or the rest of their life. I like that I didn't do this intentionally, but the World card is sitting under the Ten of Pentacles. I like that. Even if I'm just beginning at the Eight of Pentacles, it's telling you, can I have an abundant life? Yes, you can. If you are willing and you're open, right? Don't tell yourself lies just to make yourself feel better. Like, be real. And someone's not doing or being who you think, or if you notice that you're putting, like, in between your relationship, there's always this barrier. See that, right? Like, but that's who I'm tempted to, Sandy. Okay. But sometimes when, maybe you need to make yourself be with a different type of person. But I don't even think that's the case, because I feel like, again, once I have the awareness, I have the awareness. Alright, I'm not going to leave without looking at, I'm going to look at the Lovers. Look at that with the Empress. I have a feeling this is talking about the journey and becoming the Empress. Giving the Eight of Pentacles, being very creative and giving birth to my ideas, even if I don't know, I don't need to know everything. I just need to know what I'm doing right now. Empress is loving, keeps her heart open, but she's not anybody's fool at the same time. It may talk about you reaching this certain vibration. We have the Knight of Wands. So I'm kind of looking at the Lovers. And you know what I feel like? I feel like if you're someone where, first of all, I feel like a lot of you are here to help you have that awareness. I feel that. But then I also feel this is about love. And maybe what you have not experienced yet. Maybe you dealt with a karmic relationship, but maybe you also dealt with soulmate love. But we're looking at what hangs you up in this lifetime from the last lifetime. So, I feel like you have that awareness. You're the Empress. You're the Empress. It's like, passion and desire and all that energy just seems to surround you. Abundance, your voice, how you communicate, all of that. I feel like it all comes into play. It's almost like, you're finding the real you. Interesting. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there. Because I don't want to make it too long. I definitely want to hear your comments. Let me know where you're at in this reading, what resonated with you. I might even do a, what do I want to call it, like a follow-up. Just because I feel like there's a lot of information in this reading. But I feel like each part of it is important. So, you know, don't give up on love. But don't give away your love to the wrong person at the same time. But don't give up on love. Alright. I love you. I'll see you next time at our table, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.